What's up, YouTube? Let's do something a little different today. Let's go take a ride. Still ain't got no wind in it. Nasty kind of took a dump on me. The starter doesn't want to work, so whatever. I got one of Barney's batteries in it, but it just doesn't want to go. It just barely goes. So I think it's got to be a starter. Squeaky, squeaky. There it is. It's an old Craftsman Woodchipper. Like, I don't know anything about it other than my neighbors owned it and they left it. I guess said I could have it, so I've been planning on trying to get it running and just see what it does. I've got a big wood chipper. Maybe shove some things in there and then some things in here. I guess it spits it out over here. I don't even know if it'll turn over. You can't fake this right here. This is time. Oh no. Is it locked up? Get a foot on it. Oh no, she turns over. Oh. It's either got really good compression or there's something stuck in it or living in it. Anyways, let's see if we can make this thing run today. And then we can try and feed it with, I don't know, maybe we'll throw a wrench in it or something. I feel like it's gonna be. I remembered it being smaller. So I've turned it down a little bit, hoping things are gonna be better. So when you hear my back break after, I don't know if I can lift this in here. We should have brought the skid steer or something. I don't know. Hefty, hefty. Rampy, rampy. Where do you even pick one of these up at? Oh my goodness. Oh, this is a mistake. This is so heavy. Oh. Oh. It's like it's an engine and stuff. Oh yeah, I'm gonna regret that so bad. Dirty. I'm not strapping it down. Call DOT. Not trying to wreck the side-by-side for it, but did not want to have to pick this up again, so still sort of gonna have to, I guess. Gonna hit her with some degreaser, especially where I'm gonna have to be working. Let it soak a minute and spray it off. I don't want a bunch of dirt in the carb, so it is what it is. Can't tell if that's like a hydraulic tank below it. It shouldn't, surely not. Surely it's just the bottom. Sure is greasy though. She may be dead. It may have already lost all their oil or something. I just don't know. All right, we've got her here in the shop now. Let's see what's up. Does she have oil? I'm wondering with the oil that's, smeared out underneath it. Yeah, I mean, it's not crazy full, but it's got oil in it. Tighten firmly. It's got, it says to wear safety glasses. We're not going to do that. That's, I gotta wear glasses every day, and that's just, it's an inconvenience. So I pulled it a minute ago, and it kind of locked up on me. But I think there's stuff in it, and I can't really get in there without taking it all apart. So I got it turning again. Yeah, there's junk in it. Critter's been living in there. Perfect. Ready to mulch. Already mulching. 5 horsepower Briggs & Stratton. The normal, whatever. I guess that kills it. Idle and fast. Sticker's a little bit flappy. That's to be expected. It's one of those. It's got the carb in the tank, so there's not going to be like a float bowl or anything, which is going to be great. Hopefully we can take all that apart without a bunch of stuff leaking, and we'll try and get it running. Let's see if this is going in the scrap heap. All right, well, that really doesn't smell that bad. And to be honest with you, as long as it's been sitting there, I know it hasn't run in at least 7 years. Probably longer than that. The gas doesn't smell that bad, so this gas must have been back whenever gas was made out of gasoline instead of made out of corn and water. Alrighty, let's see. Let's see if she's going to the scrap heap. From scrap heap back to scrap heap. Oh yeah, that filter. That filter's good. We'll send it. Yuck. Oh. Yeah. Not really. Ooh. It feels like those flower decoration things. All right. You can stick your finger in it. It looks fine. No water in it yet. Oh. Why is there so many nutsy boltsies? Part of me is almost curious if I can just put gasoline in this thing and fire it up, but I really doubt it. That fits. Grab my ratchet here. Plug, she's a little dirty, but that's to be expected, Probably fine. Well, I cleaned the plug up just a little bit, and I'm thinking while we got it open like this, we just see. Well, I don't want to run that back down with the impact. Let me get a wrench. Let's throw a little carbon choke spray in here and just see if it's got fire. Probably shouldn't do this in here. Watch it just keep on running. It's got it off, so. Yeah. Do I choke it? Idle. See what she does. Watch it just catch on fire. Wow. It'll blow my mind if I can just put gasoline in this thing and make it start. I really thought I was going to have to tear the whole thing apart. But it basically doesn't have any fuel in it. Doesn't smell like varnish, which is kind of crazy. Let's see if she'll fire up. Oh, I'm also going to roll this outside for this. I figure we're gonna have to clean the carb, but there's always a chance, right? Not putting that back in there. I will, however, use this filter. It says, I don't know what's gonna fly out of this thing, and I don't want to suck it into the carb. Put the choke back on, idle. I think it's trying. Are you kidding? Yep, it was kidding. Looks like it leaks fuel pretty good. That's great. Oh, what? The oil is a little bit low. It may have one of those, like, when the oil's too low, it won't run type thing. So I don't know if it does, but we'll put some oil in it. We'll just fill it up with a little bit of WD-40 here. I'm kidding. It's a joke. Put a little bit of Yamalube in it. Oh, or on it. I don't know if it's the kind you screw in to check, or if it's the kind you just dip. I don't know why everybody has to be different. Looks like it's got oil on it. Sounds great. Definitely oil. All right, let's try again. Choke again, idle. There must be a really heavy counterweight in there because it is not fun to pull. Oh. It's got to just be running on carb spray. Nope. So it doesn't want to run on choke because it's choking it out, obviously. But that allows it to pull enough fuel in there to run for a minute, and then whenever you let off, it won't run. So it's probably got some trash in the jets, and it can't pull fuel that, with trash in the jet, obviously. So we're gonna have to clean the carb or the jets. I mean, it is a carb, but it's this is your float bowl. So yeah, let's clean it out and see what we can do. So I got the filter back off of it. I'm cheating because this fits. Go ahead and pull this off so I can get access to the screws that hold it on. Ooh, what are you sticking to? Oh, got a little gasket, of course. Yuck. All right, I see. I got a cracked boot right there. That's probably going to fall all to pieces when we pull it off. Yeah, this is going to be an absolute hoot. But it does seem like the tank's mounted to the engine, so maybe it won't be too bad. How do they even put this together? Got a bolt here and a bolt down there. A bolt. So it might just be easier to pull the tank off of it. How do we do that? Who knows? This might just be mounted. Oh. Yeah, I think it's mounted just to this and then sitting on a plate. So this might be not too bad. Might be not too bad. I think, yeah, it's just stuck. Perfect. Just roll that out of the way. There's a little kill switch wire. That gives us access to that bolt. Governor. Totally different screwdriver for the same job. I believe I found a wrench that fits. Well, this little guy did. 3/8 bolts right here. See if we get any movement. Still no movement. Which it may be stuck to the engine as well. I just don't know. These ought to be real fun to put back in. Just a real hoot. Alright, I said pry bar, but what I meant, I guess, was screwdriver. Yep, there it goes. Alright, she's free. That should give us enough room to pull this carb. Unless I ruin the gasket, which is entirely possible, I guess. But we're still going to try and send it. Because I don't have a gasket either. What do I look like? I'm just made of parts? Alright, all I want to do is get this out. Where I can roll it over and blow out the tube. Yes. Yes, what's happening? Aha. Little rubber plastic tube of some sort here. With what is probably a filter on the bottom of it. I'm going to break it. Anyways, I can get to the jet from here, so we can blow it out. And I will probably, even though against my better judgment, pull that little diaphragm there and see what's up there. This is where I'm going to need safety glasses. Yep, because it's got gas all over my hands. But not in my face. All right. Diaphragm time. And I will bet this diaphragm is actuated by either the intake pressure or possibly partially by that little vent tube. So everything may be good, but it's not functioning because of the air leak on the back of it. Oh, it doesn't want to come off. It's probably my better judgment saying, hey, leave it. Don't take that off. You're going to ruin it. Here we go. Easy does it. Oh, don't tear. Perfect. It still feels pretty soft too. A little spring in there feels good. I'd say that was a waste of time. Just trying to cause other problems for later on down the road, you know? After looking at it, I think if you can see that right there, that little vacuum line goes to it and it's got a big crack down the side of it, so it's not sealing. So it's going to get electrical tape. Start putting it back together. This carb's so simple. It doesn't have all the little stuff that you'd expect on like a dirt bike carb or three-wheeler or whatever. Real simple. Just get the fuel into the hole. Oh, somebody said something on my YouTube channel. Just posted a video, so if you guys haven't already watched it, be watching it. All right. Got to reply to them people watching your YouTube videos. All right, guys. Here's one of my little ninja trickeries. If you're working on a car, if you play guitar or know someone who does, get their old used guitar strings. I've been using these for years to clean out jets. I'm sure you could probably damage one or make it bigger or something by accident or whatever, but they've always worked really well for me, so that's just a tip if you want it. All right, I'm starting to get it back together. I've got a couple of screws dropped back where they go. I put the 2 bolts back in the carb. I might try and wrap a piece of tape around this, but it's really not the worst of what's going on. Down inside of here between the tank and the engine, there's a rubber gasket there, a rubber piece of hose that's bad as well. So we may get the same results. We're going to test it and see. I know we can get it to start. It will start. So we've got that going for us, I guess. But I don't have the pieces it's going to take to make this work. I have another engine that needs parts like that as well, so I might be able to find some of those in the future. I don't have just a whole lot of use for a chipper this size because I've got a big one, and you guys have seen that. If you haven't seen it, go back and check the videos. I got a couple videos using the Vermeer wood chipper. It eats big stuff like 6" and down, so it's you know, and I can just pull it around behind the truck or tractor or whatever, so it pretty well gets all the chipping. But I thought it'd be fun to try and get this to run, and I just don't know if it's going to pull fuel with that diaphragm if it doesn't have suction because of this. And I think that's why when we have the choke closed, it creates enough suction to make that work, and it pumps fuel up and fills the bowl, and then it runs for a second, but then it wants to die because I have to let off the choke. So it's kind of what I'm think's going on. Kind of what I'm think? I don't know. Anyways. But yeah, we're still going to give it another whirl anyways. All right, here's our last try. See if she'll run. Oh, kind of hanging up. But it's working. Doesn't like me as much now. I may have bent it a little bit. You better eat your Wheaties if you're going to start this thing. Well, if it's going to run, let's throw some wood in it. Like it's burning. Ow! What is love? Doing it. That hurt. I see a homeowner getting hurt. I don't know about it. honest with you, I think I've had enough. Yeah, that sucks. Oh, now it's down just far enough that the little fork in it doesn't want to come back. Ugh. I don't know that it matters. That hurts. Like when you go to put that in there with your hand, that really hurts. There we go. It's sort of chipping it. It's burning it too. And it may be dull. I don't know. No telling. Somebody may have sent a rock through this at one point. But yeah, I think I've had enough of that. My back hurts. Should have never lifted that. That was stupid. But it runs. I mean, will it start? Yeah, it'll start. Am I going to start it again? Probably not. It's a waste of about a gallon of gasoline in that tank. But that absolutely hurts. I mean, I got gloves, but it didn't take the shock away. Like when it hits, boy, it is painful. And I don't really know how it's supposed to, like, I don't know what's supposed to go in here, if it's just like bigger brush or what. With my big unit, my Vermeer, it's got a big wheel that drives and pulls the material into it. This right here, you have to shove it in by hand, and I've already said it's painful. You guys don't want to hear that again, do you? So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it. It was fun. I'm surprised that it ran with the, I really thought that tube, that suction issue was going to be a problem. And where it's cracked between the tank and the engine, that tube may be in there enough into the good rubber that it's not having an issue like it was up here, and then having the tape on it may have helped. But I really think just blowing that out and making sure there was nothing in the bowl was probably what fixed it. So, I guess that's it. Until next time, thanks for watching and God bless. Check you later.